Okay, hello and welcome back. In this tutorial, I will show you how to manage and set up your free Minecraft server. Okay, so when you're on the website minecraftworlds.com, go to the My Server page. You should see all your servers lined up here. Select the server you want to manage. In my case, I'm gonna go with the Creeper server. Okay, so the first thing I will cover in this tutorial will be the properties, all this first page. So let's get started. First of all, the message of the day is fully customizable, so you can change it to anything you want, like my Minecraft server. Be sure to save it. So what does the message of the day do? It is a message that appears for everyone to see, even though they didn't join the server. This message is very important and you should get a cool message. There are plugins that make your message customizable with colors and stuff like that, or you can go to the Minecraft color page. But I won't go into detail with that. So let's start a server and see if it worked. Also, after every change you make, save it and restart the server. Okay, let's look at it. This is the server right down here, and it says my Minecraft server. Nice. Okay, what else can we change? The resource pack. If you note that if you decide to use the resource pack, the link that you have to put here has to be a direct link. It cannot be a link to a media file page. It has to be the file itself. So yeah, I mean Dropbox does that, so that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna use this as a resource pack for this tutorial, but maybe I will do a resource pack tutorial later. So the server name, it doesn't matter. So whatever you choose for the server name, no one will be able to see it. So in this case, or in almost all the cases, just leave it there. The level name. This is basically the world name. So if you have a world named map, this will select the world map. But if you have a world like, for example, my hub or something like that, like my server lobby, you have to change it to whatever the folder of the name of the map is. Okay, generator settings is basically you can determine how the world is being generated. I would leave it blank if you don't know what you're doing, but if you do, and you can enter some cool stuff. So the Java version. For a Minecraft vanilla server, it does not matter. But if you're using a modded server, for example with Pixelmon or other mods, you have to look what version of Java is required for that mod to run. So if something doesn't work, before contacting the support, just try changing the Java version. Maybe it helps. Okay, the extra perms. I don't know what that does, but I would leave it on none. Yeah, I will leave it on none. Game mode. This is the game mode people will spawn in when they first join your server. And yeah, basically it depends on what server you're doing. And you can change it with a plugin also. The difficulty. This is like easy, hard, peaceful. It determines how strong the mobs are, and peaceful will let you regenerate faster and disable any kind of hostile mobs. The level type is, those are the level types that are available for you without any mods, and these are those with mods. So basically default is the default map. Flat is there are no buildings, no trees, and it's just ground, just grass. Sometimes villages spawn. Large biomes is the default one, just in bigger. It's like every area or forest is bigger. Customize, you can change the size of the mountains and cool stuff like that. Amplified is huge, gigantic mountains, and it's pretty cool in the 1.9 if you give the player elytra from the beginning. Okay, the maximum player amount, it should be at 5 on your server, or if you pay for it. So it basically determines how many players can join the server or can play on the server for the same time. So yeah, I'm gonna go with 250. It's a good well, there's 150, 250. That's a good amount. But basically, with the server, the best server you have can probably only contain 120 players. That's about the maximum of a server, any server out there. So the question is, how can server networks like Hypixel have 12,000 slots? Well, they use a software called BungieCord, which links like thousands or 100 servers like these ones together, and that's how they create the lobby system. Okay. The view distance, I would recommend leaving it at 8, but it determines how many chunks are loaded around the player. If you make it too high, your server will start lagging, and yeah, you shouldn't do that. The spawn protection is the area around the spawn that cannot be built or destroyed without permissions. So I would recommend leaving it at something like 50 or 25. That's a good amount. So people cannot grief the spawn. And yeah, that's a good thing. The OP permission level is basically 1 to 4, and what it does is 1 determines that if you have the OP permission of 1, you can bypass the spawn protection. If you have the OP permission of 2, you can use every command except OP, kill, kick, DOP, ban, and pardon. If you have it on 3, you can use OP, kill, kick, pardon, and ban. And if you have it on 4, it also enables the command /stop, which will completely stop the server, but it will save the stuff. So I would recommend it on 3 or 2. So basically it doesn't matter because you have this cool layout. Okay, I'm gonna save the changes and restart the server, of course. As you can see, this takes really almost no time. But the thing with restarting the server is all the players that are currently on it will be kicked. So there are plugins with that you can restart the server without that people are getting kicked. So if you have a big server, I would recommend using that. Okay, I can refresh, and as you can see, the slots went to 250, and yeah, that's the only visible changes for now. But yeah, okay, so this is basically the server version. You can change to the version of vanilla, craft bucket, and the snapshot version, and all your installed version, but I don't have any custom installed version. And your probably first question will be, but wait, there were like 200 different versions of Minecraft in the out install. You can still get them, but I will come to that later in the tutorial. And yeah, but you can also custom install it through an FTP server. Okay. So the other properties, the online mode. So if you turn it off, players with a cracked version of Minecraft will be able to join, and people will be able to join with your name. So this can cause that they have OP and stuff like that. So I would not recommend using the offline mode. So always use the online mode. So the PvP is basically player versus player. It determines if players can attack each other and also kill each other. So basically, what type of server are you? But it's more fun if PvP is on. Force game mode. If someone joins the server for the and is like in creative mode, they leave and they rejoin, they will get the game mode that is set here. In this case, survival. So yeah, it's So, okay, I won't do that because that can be annoying if you're an admin. Okay, generate structures. It basically means if villages are spawned. I don't think the end is included in that, but maybe. Nether. I don't even know if the Nether temple, the Nether fort is included, but definitely sand temples and jungle temples. I would recommend that because that makes looting fun. Spawn animals. This is mostly activated, but it determines if animals are spawned. Spawn monsters, same thing. With monsters. Spawn NPCs are only villagers at the moment, but maybe in the future of Minecraft there will be more NPCs. Okay, enable comment blocks. Comment blocks are basically blocks that allow you to create commands, yeah. But you don't have to type them in. Only players with OP rights can use them, so you shouldn't worry that much. Enable whitelist. If, for example, you hate that random people join a server, you can enable whitelist and only add people to the list that are able to join the server. I'm gonna turn that off for now. So, basically, allow flight. What that means, hackers are able to fly around without getting kicked from the server. So, yeah, I wouldn't allow that. Allow the nether. Basically, it allows that people can use nether portals to get in the nether. But it also determines if people can go to the end. Because to get to the end, you have to have a nether portal. Enable hardcore. I am not sure what it does 100%, but I believe that once you die, you will be banned from the server. But also there are better plugins that can handle that. And announce achievements. Basically, if someone, for example, is new to the server and opens their inventory, everybody in the chat will be able to see they have got or achieved that achievement. Okay, and save the changes again. So I didn't go over what this means. This is the server address. With that, people can connect to your server. So this is what you copy and paste to your friends. This is the IP that is, well, this just hides basically this IP. So I don't know, if this doesn't work, just use this. Okay. Here's start, stop, restart, and stuff like that. Here's your server usage, so it's pretty low if no one's online. Here's your expiring date, but the cool thing about this network or server hosting site, you will get an email, I think 5 days before the server will expire, then 1 or 2 days before, and then 24 hours before. And yeah, and after it expires, you can still access FTP. But what that is, I'll go over that later. Here, basically, how many people are online. I don't know why it says 999, because it changed the slot amount, but what if you go to change? Oh, this is basically the plan that we have. So we currently have the creeper plan. I wouldn't select a lower plan, but it says unlimited slots. But I mean, 999 is basically unlimited, and if you get that much players on a server, you are most likely to use bungee cord, because one server can't handle that. Not even the best servers in the world. Maybe the best. Okay. Going on to the plugin page. Here I wasn't sure if this could really be true, but here all of the plugins that are on the bucket.org website, and you can basically auto-install them without doing some weird FTP things. So that is really a really good feature. And also you can have a list of all the plugins installed, I don't know if you can access the configs of them through this web thing, but maybe. So obviously plugins only work for micro versions like Spigot, Bucket, and Cauldron. So keep that in mind. But mostly, if you're doing a professional server, you will use Bucket or Spigot. Maps. Well, what this does is you can select different maps. For example, this is a really cool example. You have a server, one server host. You have bought a server, and well, you have different worlds, like one for your friends where you play with your friends, and then you can just instantly switch and play like a different Minecraft world. For example, Skyblock or an adventure map. It's easy to add, and you can even add a personal map, like your single player map. And you have a single player map, and you want your friends to be able to play on it. Just upload it to FTP, and you can select it here. So what FTP does is, it's basically like Dropbox. You probably heard of Dropbox. It's your own online folder, and in this case it will contain your Minecraft server. Okay, let's move on to FTP, and this is your FTP credentials. Yeah, here you can see all the data that are currently stored on your web FTP, so you have a good overview. And in this way, you can also, I believe, if this works, this is amazing. Yeah, you can change your config files for plugins using this, the online thing. You don't even have to get like WinSCP or FileZilla to connect to your server. But in my case, I'm going to show how to connect to the server, because this is a tutorial. And I'm going to use FTP, so I'm going to select FTP. And you folks out there, don't even try to use this password later. I'm going to change it after this tutorial. And this password is random generated, but you can change it at any time. It's pretty cool. And look at that, we can just log in instantly. So just ignore this, and this is our online Dropbox basically. And here you can see the Minecraft jar, the server icon, and I actually made a server icon. Well, I'm going to show you. This is the server icon, and it says something of FreeMine or something. I don't know, but we can customize it. Yeah, I put a file on the, here it is, desktop, and as you can see now, I believe we have to reset Minecraft because it saves it on the client. But let me just do that, and it should update. I'm gonna also restart the server. And that's how you get a custom server icon. Not all server hosting websites allow you to get a custom icon, and it is pretty cool that even though even if you have the free version, like the free hosting, because I have a paid plan, but if you have the free plan, you can also change everything. Everything what I do works for the free plan, by the way. Only the slots change and the RAM, but yeah, that's just how many people are I don't know. Just ignore it. Okay. You scroll down, you can see the server icon has changed, and it's now a fully customized server. That's amazing. So that's what you can do with FTP. You can also, this is the map, you can download the map and play it on single player if you want to, I don't know. And yeah, that's basically FTP. Moving on to the players list. Here you can add your name, your Minecraft name. For me it's Hygiene, and you can add the type. You can ban him, you can ban his IP. That's basically only for offline servers, but if he has multiple accounts, he still can't join the server. Here you can add him to the whitelist, like if you have whitelist enabled, or you can add them to the OP list. So here you can toggle between the lists. Now I'm at the whitelist mode, but I'm gonna stay at the operators mode. So I'm gonna add myself to the operators mode. First, I'm gonna join the server. Okay, here I'm on the world. Okay, and now I can add myself to the operators list. And as you can see, it opted me twice. I don't know why, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm OP now. I can use commands like Game Mode 1. But wait, yeah, I can't use the command stop because I don't have the permissions because I didn't activate it in the home menu. Okay. I will sheep. Here's a fun thing I found out. Look at that. You can turn on subtitles. Okay, enough with that. So basically here you can have an overview of all the players you banned and stuff like that. The console. Yeah. This is basically your server. So here you can do stuff like say hi. I should be on this server. I do this. Okay. For example, you can make broadcast messages like say how do you like the server? So, and I will see it from the server. I wasn't online. Okay. So every person that is online will see what you do with say here. But there are thousands of commands you can do, but don't use the slash that you normally use before a command. Don't use it. Don't use it on this console. Okay, Maintenace. You can. A really cool thing about this host, besides the cool prizes and offers they have, is a backup feature. So every day, even though if you don't do it manual, it will create a backup and it won't take up disk usage, so you have the same space. You can restore those backups at any time. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, if you do it, people won't even get kicked, but they will get notified. Okay, a factory default will completely delete everything that is saved on your FTP, all the things you've changed. It will completely reset the server. But if you do that, you are able to install a mod pack again that you want. Like you can choose the mod packs again. Okay, that's pretty cool. So here you can, down here, that's basically the last thing I'm going to talk about, is you can manage your account, basically all your information, your private information. You can change your password, you can change your email address. Here you can see all the things you bought. And here, this is also pretty cool. For example, I have created like a guild, and my guild needs your help. This is basically your own website for advertisement, and they can directly give you money so that you can put it back into the server. That's awesome. So if we go here, this is the link that you will send to your friends, or if you have a website, you can embed it with that code. Okay, look at this. Here's my name, the best guild. My guild needs your help. My guild needs your help, and they can pay with PayPal. The account that, well, the money that they will give you will be in tokens. Just join so you know. And the help desk. This is a friendly support. Here you can see I have something open, but it's friendly, it's fast, it's super nice. And if you have any questions about any hosting stuff with your server, make a support. it really helps me. So before I end the tutorial, here are all the offers, like so that you don't get confused. These are prices for months. I mean, $6 for a month of hosting. I mean, you can use the free version, but I mean, $6. I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty good price there. And if you have a professional server, like, I mean, the 2 GB server is pretty good, but if you some mod clients and stuff need more memory so that they work properly. Okay. And here's also the menu. Here you can see all different cool auto install mods. So that has basically been my complete overview about managing and setting up your server with the website minecraftworlds.com. If you have any questions or suggestions, comment them down below. Also, if you have critique, you can ask me. If you have questions about this hosting website, you can put comments down below, but you can also use the friendly support right here. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and see you next time. Bye!